Along with podcasts and content from iTunes U, the iTunes Store is a great place to browse and search for iPod Touch and iPhone applications. So here at the iTunes Store homepage, if we go up to the very top and click the App Store tab, it's going to take us to the homepage for the App Store. Now, much like the podcast homepage and the iTunes U homepage, there are many different applications displayed here. New and noteworthy, most popular, things like that. And so if we're here just casually looking for what's available, this might be a good way to just kind of browse and see the types of different applications that are available. But if we want to narrow our focus and find something more relevant to our needs, we can do a couple different things. Up at the very top, where we clicked App Store, if we click the little arrow just to the right of that, it drops down a menu with a lot of different categories. Now, if you're looking for educational applications, you can, of course, click the Education category, but you might also want to look into some of the other categories, such as reference, productivity, news, music, health and fitness. Depending what you're teaching, you might find an application under one of those other categories that is very useful. Let's take a look at education though. And once here, we're going to get a list of applications here in the middle that is organized by release date. You'll notice that these first few have been released today on October 15th, and you can sort them by name, most popular, or release date. Over here on the left, we have a column of the top paid applications, and on the right, a column of the top free applications. So depending on whether or not you want to pay for the application, you can browse either one of those lists. So let's take a look at the top free applications. So if we click that category, it's going to list the top 100 free education applications. Now we can scroll through these and browse and find ones that interest us. For example, if you're a chemistry teacher, you might see this chemistry application here, and if we click on it, we can get a description. Over here on the right, we get a basic description of the application, what it can do, what it's meant for. And here we have some screenshots. So if we cycle through these, we can see what the application will look like before we download it. And then down here at the bottom, we can scroll through some user reviews to kind of get an understanding of whether or not it's working, what the pros and cons are, things like that. So other than browsing, we can also search the iTunes Store for applications. So if we type in a topic, we'll continue with our U.S. history topic, and we'll search the iTunes Store. Now again, we get podcasts, TV shows, iTunes content, and if we scroll down, we also get applications. And if we click See All, we get a list of applications that are relevant to our U.S. history search. Now if we click one of these applications, again we're taken to a description with screenshots and customer reviews. Once you find an app that you want to download, simply click the Get App button, and if it's free, then you might still need to sign into your iTunes account, but you won't have to purchase anything. If it's an app that you need to pay for, it will prompt you to buy the application instead of just automatically downloading it. So once you have downloaded an application, over here under your iTunes library, you have an applications category, and if you click that, it lists all the applications you have downloaded to this computer. And once you plug in an iPod Touch or an iPhone, you have the option of automatically syncing all of those apps to that device and back and forth. If you've downloaded some apps directly to the iPod, you can sync them with the computer to back up your device. So very easy to browse, evaluate, search for, and download applications using iTunes.